In a move that has stunned Washington and sent ripples of disbelief across the globe, President Donald Trump has nominated Fox News host Pete Hegseth as Defense Secretary. Hegseth, known for his conservative commentary, supports the president's agenda. This unexpected appointment has ignited controversy, with many questioning Hegseth's qualifications for a role that holds the weight of American national security. The nomination marks a significant departure from tradition, as previous presidents favored individuals with extensive experience in government or military leadership. Hegseth's background includes military service, but is rooted in media and commentary. This has fueled concerns about his ability to navigate the Pentagon and manage international relations. Critics fear his loyalty to Trump might affect objective national security assessments. Is Hegseth the right person to lead the most powerful military in the world? To understand this appointment, it's essential to know who Pete Hegseth is and what he represents. A former Army National Guard officer, Hegseth served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. His military service is just one chapter in a multifaceted career. Hegseth rose to prominence as a conservative commentator on Fox News. His fiery rhetoric and support for President Trump made him a favorite among conservatives. He advocates for increased military spending and a more assertive foreign policy. Beyond media, Hegseth is involved in conservative political organizations and think tanks. He criticizes international organizations and multilateral agreements. His foreign policy views emphasize American strength and unilateralism. Hegseth's background raises concerns about his temperament and potential biases. His alignment with Trump's ideology fuels anxieties about American foreign policy. The news of Hegseth's nomination has reverberated through the halls of the Pentagon, leaving many seasoned defense officials and military leaders bewildered and deeply concerned. Whispers of disbelief and apprehension spread like wildfire as those tasked with safeguarding the nation grappled with the implications of this unprecedented appointment. Critics within the Pentagon, speaking on condition of anonymity, have expressed grave doubts about Hegseth's qualifications to lead a vast and complex organization like the Department of Defense. They argue that his lack of experience in high-level strategic planning, diplomatic negotiations, and managing large-scale budgets makes him ill-equipped for the demands of the role. Furthermore, concerns abound about Hegseth's ability to separate his personal political beliefs from his responsibilities as a non-partisan leader. The Pentagon thrives on a culture of professionalism, apolitical decision-making, and respect for the chain of command. Many fear that Hegseth's close ties to President Trump and his history of partisan rhetoric could undermine this delicate balance and erode trust within the ranks. The unease within the Pentagon is palpable. The potential for disruption, policy shifts based on ideology rather than strategic considerations, and a weakening of America's standing on the world stage has cast a long shadow over the Department of Defense. The news of Hegseth's nomination has not been met with silence. Across the nation, the reaction has been swift and divided, reflecting deep polarization. From social media to Congress, the debate rages on. Hegseth's supporters laud the nomination. They see him as a patriotic defender of the military. However, dissenting voices are equally loud. Critics denounce the nomination as reckless and dangerous. They cite his lack of experience and inflammatory rhetoric. The media has been in a frenzy. Cable news networks analyze the nomination, inviting guests to debate. Newspapers publish scathing editorials, while social media becomes a battleground. As the dust settles from the initial shockwaves, the nation and the world watch with bated breath. The Senate confirmation hearings, expected to be contentious and closely scrutinized, will likely determine whether Hegseth assumes the mantle of Defense Secretary. If confirmed, Hegseth's tenure at the Pentagon could usher in a new era for American defense policy. His close alignment with President Trump's America First worldview, his skepticism of international institutions, and his preference for unilateral action suggest a potential shift towards a more nationalist and less interventionist approach to global affairs. The potential implications of such a shift are vast and far-reaching. Alliances forged over decades could be tested, diplomatic efforts undermined, and the global balance of power destabilized. the world watches, uncertain of what the future holds for American leadership on the world stage. One thing is certain, the stakes are incredibly high. The decisions made by the next defense secretary will have profound consequences, not just for the United States, but for the entire world. As the confirmation process unfolds, the American people and the international community can only wait, watch, and hope for the best.